Howdy, y'all. Something I saw today kind of bugged me, and I can't shake it. So, as I do when I can't shake something, I gotta talk about it. I woke up this morning, checked one of my social media feeds to see that somebody that I know was presenting at a conference on the subject of social media and customer service. And that in and of itself is not absurd, not bad, until you factor in the fact that this person really has no social media street cred. They've got, on this particular channel, less than 600 connections, where I would think someone would need to be in the 5,000 to 6,000 range in order to make meaningful connections and start actually influencing things. And it really brought to my attention something that I don't believe a lot of y'all are really letting sink in. This social media, digital marketing, it's real, and we need to take it very seriously if you hope to be successful in the new iteration of Web 3.0 and where businesses and politics are going to live and breathe and succeed and die in the future, which is now. So I saw this announcement, and that this person that in my opinion has no business talking on the subject of digital marketing or customer service through social media at all. And this article came to mind. This is an article I read in Wired magazine, great magazine, by the way, a couple months ago, I believe. When was this? 2/14. No, last month then. It's a story about the 5-star political movement in Italy and how what started as a Reddit thread and a social media movement ended up taking over the political landscape of an entire country. We saw some of that with in this country, the United States, with the first Obama election. We saw some of that with this dirtiness with our current administration and the Russians and everything else. And for some reason, it's still not sinking in that this is how things are done. This is how communication happens now in this world at this time. From a business perspective, we can no longer ignore it. We ignore digital platforms at our own peril. If we are not known, either personally or for our businesses or one way, shape, or form in our market, we're invisible, effectively invisible. And the folks that are more in tune and more savvy and more active on social media, it doesn't matter if it's Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or whatever else, because it's all going to change and morph over time anyway. Those folks that are taking part, getting involved, and starting conversations are going to be the ones in charge, in positions of power in the future. So, I'm sure some of you have read some of this article, and I'm leaving this up, and I hope it's not, Wired doesn't get mad at me for this. But It's just an excerpt. What I've seen over the last 3.5 years in my own personal revolution that I started with the Restoration Rebels, which is now turning into the Alliance of Independent Restorers, I'm seeing a lot of similarities between what happened here in this article in Italy and what we hope to do as an alliance in our industry, the insurance repair industry. The existing government of Italy did not see this coming. As you can see in this first paragraph, one of the senators that got elected didn't see this coming. But it happened. So I think it's time that we stop just ignoring the power that is in our hands. We stop just saying, oh, that's just a fad, or that's just a thing, nothing serious happens there. And realize that everything serious happens here. There's a lot of complainers out there that say, oh, social media is ruining our society. Guess what? This device hasn't ruined anything. It's just shown us more of who we are. Thank you, Gary Vaynerchuk, for that. We communicate at a higher level, at a higher frequency than we ever have as a species because of this device and the technology behind it and the social interactions that we have. It's not any less real than having a conversation in person. It just feels different. These conversations we have ripple effects if we're sincere, if we're genuine, if we're authentic. So it's time to take it seriously. Take it seriously for yourself. Take it seriously for your business. Don't just give it lip service and pay some teenager or some guru to handle your social media. Because if you do, you're not going to see the value of it, and you're going to get passed up by people who do see the value of it, who do take it seriously and do engage in meaningful ways. So, and people out there, don't just this particular event. You put a breakout session on social media because it sounded good, not because you actually had a subject matter expert that was able to give some value, provide some value. You gave it lip service. You plugged a hole. Well, we got that social media section covered. And you missed the entire point. So, there you have it. Hope you all's doing well, and hope I didn't ramble too long. We will see you.